Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Twos and Half, that means Thousand Seas, and we're meeting here on the coast of the North Sea in beautiful Norway. I want to thank everyone who wrote me a comment under my videos. They are all so lovely and kind. Thank you so much for that. It really means a lot, really. I hope you will enjoy the video and will find some inspiration or some good tips you can use in your knitting. If so, I'm more than happy. Happy watching! Hello, it's Monday afternoon and finally I'm sitting on my terrace ready to do a bit of knitting. So here are my plans and I will show you what they are. I've finished both socks and now I have to sew them, to sew the toes. I just have to count the stitches so they are the same on both needles, so the amount of stitches. So it will take me 15 minutes. Then today I went to the beach. Most probably you've already seen some little videos from there because it's a 2-minute drive from my house, this wonderful beach. And beautiful, clean, ice blue North Sea. And I was knitting the Sophie scarf. It's for the gifts, right? It's more than half done, and then when you start the creases it goes super fast. And this one. And then I went, when I was in town I went to the yarn store. I had this sisu. It's Anna's Garden Superwash, 175 meters, 20 nylon, 80 wool. Very good yarn. My daughter wanted a green sweater, and in the shops we saw beautiful bright sweaters with mohair, but the quality of the yarn is so horrible. They are already felted and look like an old abandoned wolf. Like horrible quality. So I said, let's go to the shop and buy my favorite mohair. It's Rama Plum. If you can see, it has no silk content. I can't believe how it can be. It's so soft. It's so delicate. The halo is so nice. It doesn't felt at all. Like, that's the magical mohair, though it's as expensive as the mohair with the silk. I bought 5 balls and I think I will take 2 threads of mohair, one this, and we'll use needles number maybe 7, and we'll knit half fisherman rib. I don't know the English name. So it will be a very quick knit, airy, light, just as the sweaters in the shop, but the quality will be so much better. And I also bought 1 ball of this tin silk mohair from Sanna's Garden. So it's already with silk, though it's not as soft as this mohair. So it has, let me read, 28 silk, 15 wool, 57 mohair. And I bought 1 ball because I'm planning to knit in Tasha sweater that I saw on Pinterest, and I will put a photo here. And I needed some bright blue because I don't have that color in my stash. So 1 ball is more than enough for my sweater. So that's all I have to do now. I'll watch some videos, enjoy beautiful evening sun. So, and I want to enjoy the last couple of days because most probably we will have a huge storm on Wednesday. See you soon. Hi there friends, it's Tuesday and I want to show you what I was doing yesterday in the evening. I was knitting. I showed you the yarn, but I forgot to tell you the colors. So if you are interested, Sisu Superwash is color 7562 and Raumaplum is color 018. I didn't know which pattern to use. I was thinking between this and I was thinking between this one. You can see these threads go kind of diagonally upwards, and here is just simple. Well, it's not knit purl, but it's a bit different technique. This is with the yarn over, and this is with knitting one stitch lower. My daughter chose this, so I knitted this. For the cuff, I took needles number 6, and for the border I took needles number 7. I made a tubular cast on, and using this technique knitted 4 rows, so I have a hollow tube. So if I need to put an elastic string, I could do it, so I have enough space. Then I knitted some rounds 1 by 1 ribbing, and then I started knitting using needles number 7. This knitting gives very nice stitch definition and very clean look. It's a very simple knit. One round you knit into one stitch lower and you purl the stitch. Knit one lower, purl. And the second round you purl one stitch lower and knit a normal stitch. Purl one stitch lower and knit a normal stitch. It's a slow knit because you go down and down and down every other stitch in every round. But it looks nice. I'm not sure about the width. I tried to measure, but when it was like this, but it was too difficult to see the actual size, so I think I will knit, so it's like 12 centimeters. So I will knit maybe 12 more, and then I will try to measure. I'm running out of the first ball of sisu, but I still have a lot of left here. So I was playing with this because here I had to change the needle sizes a couple of times because first I took way too small. I took number 5, I think, and it was too tight. Then I am upcycling my old box. As I've mentioned, I have 3 boxes like that. They look really shabby and like poor quality, but they're sturdy enough to hold my knitting project or just yarn. So I started knitting from the center, and I did knitted stitches here as like spine stitches, but for the next box I will do purl stitches so they are not visible at all, and I think it will look better. I knitted, if you can see, there's the change in the color, so I ran out of this color. I'm using scrap yarn, and I think it's a good project for scrap yarn. And here I joined another color, and I don't have much left. I don't think that's enough to finish. And treasure chest. And I have left over from something else. It's a bit too thin, so maybe I will hold it double. So what I've got, so you have to hold it a bit tightly so it holds the shape and it's as the second skin to the box. Okay. What is left for me? I think I have to knit like 1 more centimeter and then do a bit of pulling down and start making decreases. When I knit the centimeter, I'll go and wash it and soak it with conditioner so the halo goes out. And I will take my Dremel and drill some holes here. If you are using a cardboard box, that is like wonderful, I think. You can just take a nail and make the holes. And then I will start making decreases, holding the box inside. So I will knit like this with the box inside. And when I'm done, I'll fold it in and holding only mohair will go through the holes, like we'll sew on the holes. It will be a blind work because I will not be able to see where the holes are, but I will remember the amount of holes and will try to go into each of them. And because I'm sewing with mohair, it will not be visible because of the halo. And I'll also do one. I have 3, but now I will do 1 more. And I have dark gray. It's cheap Norwegian wool, so I will use the same mohair, and it will be a bit darker shade. And I will show you how to start knitting from the center. And yesterday I finished my purple Sophie scarf, and I sewed the socks, the toes for the socks, and that's it. And now I'm going to knit the centimeter. So now I'm going to knit 1 more centimeter here. And I'm going to work a bit in my orchid garden. I have to repot 5 or 6 flowers. See you. Morning. Going orchid hunting. Wish me luck. As you can see, I knitted up to the armholes and made decreases for the armholes and knitted to the neck and started making neckline decreases. However, I'm not happy with the amount of stitches I've got for the shoulders. I wanted a dropped shoulder. I made only 6 decreases here, 3 times decreasing 2 stitches, but it seems it's too much. So now I will unravel up to here and we'll start knitting up with absolutely no decreases, because if I make only 1, I guess it will look a bit weird. So I will go straight, and here I made 6 decreases. Or let me check. No, I made 1, 2, 4 decreases on one side of the neck, and I'm happy with how it looks. Okay, back to here and up again. So I have the holes and I have the washed fabric. I'll go down this stitch, mark it with a stitch marker, and every second round I will make decreases, knitting one stitch out of 3. And this time I will not make a knitted stitch, I will make a purled stitch. I think it would look nicer. I will leave like this on the bottom, and I will try to do the purl stitch to see if it's better. And then when it's done, when I'll come to the center, when I have 8 stitches left, I'll just go with a thread, pull them up and fasten it. And then I will have blind sewing. Knitted the body of the sweater, soaked it in water and dried it out to see if everything is okay, because we all know that this pattern grows a lot and stretches, and it was the case. So now I counted the big stitches, those hearts, and now I know what to do. I have to knit a bit up the body. I really knitted it short and it stretched a lot, so that's good. The opening for the arm is fine. The neckline is too deep. I have to make it shorter. And it's too wide. I have to make it narrower. And the same goes for the back. I joined the knitting using a 3-needle method. Now I will try to unravel. Anyway, I'm doing up to here and knitting up. Good morning, it's Monday morning and it's time to finish recording the weekly vlog. I have shown you everything except one thing, and it's time to show you now. I think I showed you the sweater that I saw on Pinterest. It's a machine knitted sweater with diagonal stripes, and if you can see, I made the scheme and I've already knitted this much. As it is in Tarsha, it has so many ends and so many balls, and I didn't know how to juggle with all those balls, so I knitted a sample where it has like one diagonal block and one tiny, and then I unraveled and measured. So my big block has 3 and nearly half meters, and the short one is like this, so I don't measure, like 40 centimeters. It looks like this. I decided to do only 2 colors. And the back and the sleeves will be only pink, hot pink. Now, this is how it looks here, but the reality is like this. And at this moment, I'm not knitting the white bits. So white bits are missing and it's already like this. Don't recommend anyone. It's nice, but you can see where you add the color, there are gaps. So there will be lots of needlework. I think just the front is more than enough. So I'm working on this from time to time. It's in fact quite interesting. Another thing I want to show you is my socks. I came to get my socks from my sock cabinet and I found these socks and they looked very poorly, full of like pilling and balls, and I decided to clean them. This is what I have from the cleaning, having in mind that it was their first washing. So I wore them maybe, I don't know, 5-6 times, and then I washed them. And though I cleaned them, and I don't know how it looks on the camera, most probably okay, the pilling, I could get more out of here. Like, I haven't cleaned them properly. You can just keep pulling the fluff, and you know, it's not the ball that you take off, remove, and it's done. It just, you feel the fibers going out of this yarn. The colors are very nice of this yarn, and I didn't have the label, but I had a bit of yarn left, so I went to the internet and found that yarn. So I'll put the photo here. If you don't want any disappointment, don't buy this yarn. It's not worth it. Nowadays, when we have so many good quality yarn, and the competition and the rivalry between the yarn companies is so big and the quality is so high, but I'm not happy and do not recommend it. So now let's talk about my plans for the next 2 weeks. So I'm planning to finish my daughter's sweater, the green one. I unraveled it up to the armholes. Now I knitted the back, and now at the moment I'm knitting the front. And I see that I'm running out of mow here. I have one ball left, but it will not be enough for the sleeve, so I will go and buy the second ball and will continue working. Second, I want to film a little tutorial how to knit the dress for the box. It's like unit tutorial here, how to make increases, because then you knit straight. So I have drilled already the holes and I have yarn in there, so it's all ready. I just need some quiet time. And so it's 1, 2. Third, I want to knit bright socks, shorties, with a new cuff that I haven't tried before. The only problem that I have, I am missing one ball and I can't find it anywhere. And I don't know where I put it because I kept all my balls here. So I will have to do without it. So it's number 3. Number 4 is my intarsia sweater. I know that I will run out of yarn because for the pink I'm using sock yarn opal, and I have 100-gram ball, so it's definitely not enough for the whole sweater because I'll be using it for the back and the sleeves. And the blue one is Nasgard mohair and pear green grinned very thin wool. That's the new product they introduced this year. I bought one ball to try it out because it's 50 gram has 200 and something meters, so it's very thin wool, but it blooms a bit and it has very nice subtle halo. I like it, so I will use it here, but it's easy to buy here, except for opal, so I will have to order from somewhere else, from abroad. And I want to start this sweater with puffed sleeves. Somehow I just promise I never come up to that. Well, this is all I have to show you today. I hope you found this video interesting and you found some tips you can use for your knitting, or you just had a lovely time with me, and I'm very happy about that. Hope I won't disappear for long, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.